So you're a dog owner in Sioux Falls, and you know this city is just packed with awesome places to explore with your four-legged friend. But to really enjoy it all, you need a buddy who's confident and well-behaved. We're going to walk through exactly how to find the right trainer to help you get there.
Let's just start with the big picture for a second. What does that perfect life with your dog look like right here in our city?
I mean, just picture it. Strolling downtown, your dog is just trotting along calmly by your side, or maybe you're at a festival in the park, and there's no stress, no pulling, no barking. That feeling, that confidence, for both of you, that's really what good training is all about. And you'll find this comes in handy all over town, right? We're talking about those calm walks down Phillips Avenue without your arm being pulled out of its socket, or just being able to chill at Falls Park when it's crowded. It's about navigating the bike trail with joggers and cyclists whizzing by, and having a dog who knows how to be polite at a beautiful place like McKinnon Park.
Okay, so before we even start looking for a trainer, we need to figure out what it is you're actually looking for. The very first step is getting super clear on your own goals.
So just take a second here. Is there one specific thing that's driving you nuts? Or you may be starting from square one with a brand new puppy. Whatever your main goal is, that's what's going to guide your whole search.
You know, a lot of us are dealing with these same common issues. For some people, it's just the basics. Sit, stay, and please come when I call you. For others, it's about solving those annoying problems like leash pulling or jumping all over guests. And sometimes it's more complex stuff like reactivity or separation anxiety. Just figuring out your main focus is the perfect place to start.
All right, next up, you got to think about how you want to do the training. There's really no one-size-fits-all solution here. It all comes down to your dog, what you're trying to achieve, and, let's be honest, your schedule.
The two most common ways to go are group classes or private lessons. Group classes are awesome for getting your dog used to other dogs and people, and they're usually easier on the wallet. Private lessons, though, they give you this totally customized plan right in your own home. And that can mean you see results a lot faster for really specific issues, like barking at the doorbell or problems in the backyard.
Okay, so you figured out what you need. Now let's talk about finding the right person for the job. Here's what you should be looking for.
One of the biggest ideas in dog training today is something called positive reinforcement. Basically, it's all about rewarding the behavior you want to see. It helps build this amazing, trusting bond with your dog. It's effective, it's humane, and it avoids all the old-school methods that used fear or pain.
Here's something you should know. South Dakota doesn't actually have a licensing requirement for dog trainers, so looking for professional certifications is a really good way to tell if a trainer knows their stuff, is committed to their education, and follows modern, ethical practices. So what kind of letters should you be looking for after their name? Well, here are some of the big ones. A CPDT-KA or a KPA-CTP is a great sign for general training. If you're dealing with more serious issues, like major fear or aggression, you might look for a behavior consultant with a certification like IABC-CDBC or CBCC-KA.
And this really gets to the heart of it. It's not just about getting results, it's about how you get them. Humane training is just safer for you and your dog, it's easier to stick with, and hey, it definitely helps keep the peace with the neighbors.
All right, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, the money and the questions you need to ask. It really helps to have an idea of the cost and to go in prepared.
This chart gives you a pretty good snapshot of what dog training typically costs here in the Sioux Falls area for 2025. As you can see, group classes are usually the most affordable way to go. Private lessons and those really intensive board and train programs, well, they're a bigger investment. This should help you figure out what works for your budget.
You know, finding a trainer isn't that different from hiring any other professional. You should feel totally comfortable asking them questions to make sure you're on the same page.
And knowing what to ask is, well, everything. You'll definitely want to ask about their methods and the equipment they use, ask about their certifications and how they keep learning, because this field changes all the time. A good trainer will also be able to tell you exactly how they'll make a plan that fits your dog, how you'll both track progress, and, of course, what your homework is going to be.
And remember, the training doesn't just stop when the trainer leaves. The real magic happens when you start using those new skills in your everyday life, right here in Sioux Falls.
Okay, before we get into the fun spots to practice, there's a really important city rule we need to cover. The city of Sioux Falls requires dogs to be on a leash in all public areas. The only places they can be off-leash are the official dog parks. It's for everyone's safety, and it's a huge part of being a responsible dog owner.
The good news is, Sioux Falls has some absolutely perfect spots to put these skills to the test. The Big Sioux Recreation Trail is amazing for practicing that loose leash walking. Falls Park, that's your go-to for working on focus when there are a ton of distractions. And when you feel ready to work on their recall, coming when called, you can head over to one of the great fenced dog parks, like Family Park, Tomar, or Spencer Park.
Oh, and if you just brought home a rescue dog, this little rule of thumb is fantastic. It's called the 3-3-3 rule. It's just a reminder to be patient while your new friend gets used to everything. They need about 3 days to just decompress, 3 weeks to start learning your routine, and about 3 months to really feel like they're at home. Your training should work with this adjustment period, not fight against it.
When you really think about it, this is what it's all for, right? It's an investment in the relationship you have with your dog, and in the amazing life you can build together while exploring everything our community has to offer.
Finding that right trainer is really just the first step toward having a fantastic buddy for all your adventures, from patio dining to park visits and just quiet walks around the neighborhood. We wish you the best of luck on your training journey. A happy, well-behaved dog makes every part of life, both at home and around town, so much more fun for everyone involved.